Would you believe, ha? Marami kami mga friends na gusto naming i-meet up. Pero nakikita lang namin sila pag nagpupunta sila sa Boracay dahil dito walang traffic. Sa Manila, ang hirap makipagkita. Dito, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
All together.
Yeah.
Malaki ang pinagkaiba ng buhay mo, Miriam, from the first time I met you. When we were in GMA 7 together, and then when you won Miss Universe First Runner-Up, and you got married, and then now you are remarried. How do you describe the change?
It's a beautiful change in a sense na when we first met, bagong panalo ko nun sa Miss Universe, as I mentioned earlier, I was in a total different headspace, spiritual space. Kasi back then, I was such an ambitious young girl. I had dreams of, taking advantage of the wave of the Miss Universe, right? So, pasikat ng pasikat, dami mga shows. Pero at some point, maaring malaki yung kita ko, maaring my shows were beating the competition. Pero kahit sikat na sikat ako at marami akong pera sa showbiz, it seemed dark in the limelight. Parang it seemed so empty. And I was needing for something more meaningful than show business.
Oo, pero bakit? Why do you think?
During that time, I didn't have the Lord. So, my life was empty. Even though it was shining, shimmering, splendid because I was becoming famous in show business, life was empty. And I know in my heart, there's so much more than what life has to offer. So much more than fame and fortune.
Ikaw ang isang tao who really shattered the mystique of that princesses are happy. Diba? You got married to an Italian and everybody felt ang swerte ni Miriam. What went wrong there?
I thought it was the dream I wanted, and then when I finally got it, I discovered that it wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't the bed of roses I expected it to be. So it was a lot of expectation that was unmet. I had everything. I had money. I had this beautiful, expensive house, beautiful, expensive things. I was traveling the world, the Italian princess that I had dreamed to be. But it was lonely in the castle. We didn't have God in the relationship. So, mababaw yung level of relating namin. Puro shopping dito, travel dito. Mga ganun lang. Business, pinag-uusapan. Pero, yung purpose, wala. It seems all dreamy, like Cinderella style or Snow White. Doon tayo lumaki, di ba, sa mga fairy tale stories. Pero, the problem with that is little girls are conditioned by these fairy tale stories to think na this is what they need to dream about. This is what will make you happy. Pero in reality, pag nag-asawa ka, may mga problema. Kasi imagine two people coming from two different backgrounds, nagsasama, syempre may conflict dyan. Oo, kung true love yan, yes. Pero dahil tao tayo, mahirap maging selfless. Nature natin ang pagiging selfish. So, sa relationship, meron at merong conflict na darating. At pag hindi ka marunong, pag wala sa communication, pag wala kang skill of communicating, pag wala si God dun sa relationship nyo, it's down the drain from there.
Oo. What was the breakup like then? Was it shocking to you?
Nung first year, everything is new, everything is hopeful. Diba? Travel dito, travel doon. Ang ganda ng bahay, ang ganda ng sasakyan na binigay niya sa akin. Dami mga bagong gamit na mamahalin. Pero na-realize ko nga parang hindi naman to masaya. So, na-depress ako. In our second year, I battled with depression. Naka-apekto to sa marriage namin. Hindi namin pinag-uusapan. Naghahanap ako ngayon ng connection. So, I searched for meaning and peace sa yoga, sa spiritual healing, sa iba't ibang mga shamanism, iba't ibang mga rituals. Nagpapahula ako para lang sabihin sa akin kung anong dapat kong gawin. Pero yung husband ko, hindi niya naiintindihan kung anong pinagdadaanan ko, that I'm so homesick, that I don't have, it's so hard to pluck myself out of my country and relocate in this country na wala akong friends, wala akong trabaho, I'm so bored, hindi pa ako makakonect sa husband ko.
And the
Tas,
language.
The
Mahirap ba yun?
language, kinailangan ko mag-aral ng Italian. Pero since we were based in Hong Kong, a lot more, iba din ang energy ng Hong Kong eh. 'Di ba? Puro pera, puro business, walang masyadong meaningful relationships, everything is shallow. So nahirapan ako doon. And yung husband ko, at that time, hindi siya yung tipong naiintindihan niya yung kung anong pinagdadaanan ko. So he was very resentful of me having to go to yoga, having to seek peace. Feeling niya woo-woo na ako, feeling niya naloloko na ako. Hindi na ako sumasama sa kanya to travel to Italy. So I guess that also affected our marriage. And then finally, nung third year namin, mukhang okay na ulit kami, everything is more settled. Tumanggap ako ng work sa GMA kasi inibitahan ako to co-host, guest co-host sa Extra Challenge. Pero one time, nasa Manila pa ako, nakatanggap na lang ako ng tawag sa ex ko. Sabi niya, I just came from a meeting with my lawyers and I want a divorce. It shocked me. Sabi ko, ano
Ganun
nangyari? Ganun lang. Hindi namin pinag-uusapan, tapos divorce na agad. So sabi ko, mag-usap tayo when I get home. Pagbalik ko sa Hong Kong, we were in the kitchen. Tinanong ko siya, is there someone else? Umamin siya. He fell in love with a much younger woman who's a Brazilian model. He's thinking na he'll just write me a check and send me home. Parang sa loob-loob ko, ganun kababaw ang tingin niya sa pag-aasawa. Parang hiniram tapos isosoli pag ayaw na. 'Di ba? So, ako iniwan ko ang lahat, Karen. Iniwan ko yung career ko, pamilya ko, investments ko. My career was on and up and up. And I risked losing or giving up all of that to be with the one I love. And yet, this is what he has to offer me. So, wala, na-depress talaga ako, pinauwi niya ako. And during that time, feeling ko talaga wala ng purpose. Because my future was anchored on our marriage and the dream that I had wanted that marriage to be, the life that we could have been, di ba? Pero nung nawala na yung marriage, parang wala na ring purpose sa buhay ko. And I remember lying down in the sofa of my parents' house, sabi ko, Lord, kunin mo na ako.